Hey folks, in this video we're going to be talking about what makes a side hustle successful. We're going to be covering 5 things. Let's not waste any time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. Number 1 is to start small. It's easy to get carried away with the thought of if it works, if this works, what if it does work? There's no harm in thinking high expectations, there's no harm in being ambitious, but just start small. Don't go diving in, quitting your 9 to 5 job to do an untested side hustle. Test the waters first. Dedicate some time on a daily basis to get used to that side hustle, to test the waters, so you can eventually become an expert in that side hustle. You need to know everything about it. You need to know how it works, the advantages, disadvantages, what's gonna maybe cause you to slow down, what's gonna be a potential issue. You need to know all of this before dedicating more time to it. Alongside starting small and doing it step by step and gradually getting yourself into it, don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Now celebrate your first sale, celebrate your website getting created, celebrate the first order, celebrate the first fulfillment, celebrate the first time that you've made profit. Celebrate the small wins because it will keep you motivated and it will keep you driven to carry on. Number 2 is to be clear why you are starting, to understand why am I doing this side hustle, what is my goal. Now a lot of people ask themselves, what am I going to do? But the more important question is, why am I doing it? When you start with an end goal, it's much easier to work back and track your progress. When you are setting goals, make sure they are SMART goals, so specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and can be measured in a timely manner, and make sure that they are within your control. I see a lot of people start up setting targets like, oh, I'm going to make first £10,000 revenue or $10,000 in sales. That's great, but that is not within your control. Now you have to set targets that are within your control. For example, if you're launching an Instagram theme page, then one of your targets might be post 3 times a day. If you're launching a YouTube channel, it might be post twice a week. If you're launching a website, it might be to post 2 ads a week or to add a new product every 48 hours. Something like that, something that's within your control that will contribute to the development and growth of your side hustle. From a mindset perspective, if you're achieving your goals, you'll feel like you're doing something right, and you'll carry on, you'll stay motivated, you'll stay driven, and you'll keep going to continue. Whereas if you're completely unclear with your goals, you don't know where your head's at, you don't know where you're at with your progress, with your development, and then something minor happens, all the positive things just leave your mind, and then your motivation just dips and drops, and that will have a significant impact on your business because you don't have anyone else holding you accountable. This is your side hustle, this is your business, it is all down to you. Number 3 is to make sure it's enjoyable for you. If you build something that you end up not liking, then it's no different than being in your 9 to 5 job. It defeats the purpose of the side hustle if you end up doing a side hustle which you dislike as much as your current 9 to 5 job. Now start asking yourself what your ideal lifestyle would look like, then ask yourself what side hustle would allow you to make that lifestyle, what side hustle will allow you to gain that lifestyle. The side hustle could just be something that allows you to work remotely, something that allows you to have the freedom to work whenever you want, so not time restricted. It could be a side hustle that requires maybe 8 to 12 hours a week maintenance that you can do in your own time. If it's going to be something like Instagram theme pages or Instagram dropshipping, where maybe you got to post 3 to 4 times a day, or if you're going to get into social media marketing where you're basically a freelancer working for other people, you're going to have deadlines. You need to work out whether those side hustles are going to support the lifestyle that you want. For example, if your target lifestyle is just to have some extra income on the side, you've got a family, you've got a house, and you just want that extra income, then doing freelancing might work out for you. But then if you're somebody who wants to go travel, you don't want deadlines, you want to be able to do things in your own time, then freelancing isn't going to work because you're going to have deadlines. Number 4 is to prioritize your time. Now the old style of it's slowly at the top, rise and grind, cut out everyone who's being negative, isn't the most healthy approach. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it's from a healthy mindset point of view, it's not going to work. It's not going to be beneficial because it's just going to pull you down. And yes, it might work short term, but it's lonely at the top. Like, what's the point of succeeding if you've got no one to share that with? So what I'm trying to say is just prioritize your time. Make sure you are dedicating set hours of days or weeks to do your side hustle. The myth of spending 30 hours a week to make a side hustle is not the case anymore. I'd recommend a goal set approach. You set yourself non-negotiable time to work on the side hustle. This might be an hour a day, an hour like per evening when you finish work. It might be before work, it might be during your commute, it might be on the weekend. Just set that non-negotiable time. For example, if you were to set 7 to 10 in the evening aside to do your side hustle, you need to use that time to do your side hustle. Nobody else is holding you accountable, because it's not like a job where somebody holds you accountable and somebody basically is watching you or make sure that you do that thing. This is all up to you. This is you holding yourself accountable. If you've said to yourself, I'm doing this between 7 to 10, you need to be doing this 7 to 10. Nothing can get in the way. If someone brings up last minute plans, if someone asks you to do this, no, you are working. This is your time, this is your dedicated time. The last one we're going to be talking about is financial pressure. Now, when you're starting a side hustle, make sure, firstly, you've got enough to cover your living expenses for at least 1 to 3 months. This is known as an emergency fund. If you're starting a side hustle instead of your 9 to 5 job, then you're going to need to make sure that you've got enough to cover those costs. If you're intending your side hustle to be exactly that, a side hustle, something that you're doing on the side, then you need to make sure you have a steady stream of income to compensate that side hustle. If you start your side hustle as your only form of income, as your only source of income, you're going to succumb to financial pressure. You're going to feel pressure, you're going to feel that weight on your shoulders, and especially if you've got rent to pay or mortgage to pay or family to support, then that's going to have a negative impact on your mindset and your productivity. So yeah, if you want to start a side hustle, just make sure you don't have that financial pressure on you, or if you do have financial pressure, then make sure you can manage it. Make sure it is manageable and it's not going to burn you out. So folks, that's 5 things. Start small, be clear about why you're starting, make sure it's enjoyable, prioritize your time, and the last one is make sure that you can maintain and control that financial pressure. Now, if you're interested in side hustles, do check out my 50 side hustles video. It's up here somewhere. I've also got a passive income video if that's more your thing. But yeah, do check out my other videos. Thanks so much for watching. Do hit that like and subscribe button if you learned something new. Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.